troubles here at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Baltimore Ravens and the Miami Dolphins. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
And that's how you get started and open up a game. Really well-blocked play. Picked up a nice chunk of yardage. And if you're the offensive line, that's exactly what you've talked about all week long in your meetings. Establish the line of scrimmage and take control. And they gave their running back plenty of room to rumble.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. This defense for the Dolphins, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground, 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Dobbins.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. All that for a 2-yard gain, 2nd down, and they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
On the move to his left. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard. To the 26. Last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They run again with Hood. And some space here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
A quick throw complete into the flat out left. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down. The Dolphins had 5 and 8, 3 games under 500, and they're coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
5 yards remain on 2nd down. Now Hood. And it's a fumble. And the Ravens have got it.
Tell me I didn't just see these first 2 possessions. I mean, is this one of those cases of anything you can do, I can do
better?
Maybe not better, huh? Worse? Yeah, just a little bit. Very sloppy start. I think maybe a case of the nerves for both teams.
And now we're back to an even playing field. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, Their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now it's Jackson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. Now, to be frank, a silly penalty there trying to block the field goal, and that leads to a fresh set of downs. Now Marshall. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2, as they've got it 2nd down and 11. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Stopped by the safety, Kyle Hamilton.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll have a Dolphins first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
I know flashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
On first down, Hood. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. So 8 yards on the completion there. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's going to air one out. And this is caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And the Dolphins rush gets home, down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson.
That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
To throw again on second down. Jackson. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. This is Marshall. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Jackson now. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Dolphins are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Good defensive call right there, because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
Looking to throw. They'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On 2nd down now, Hood. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Back to throw now on 1st down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. This will be caught. It's Waddle. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got a man, complete. And they've got him well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half, and they came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big gain.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37.
This is Hood on the ground. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
And right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
On the carry, it's Hood.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 54 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
They go play action here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. Thomas brings it in. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll set up a throw. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle, halfway to 100 now, with career touchdown number 50.
And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point and good by Sanders. And it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Another run here with Dobbins. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
Jackson firing quickly out wide for Bateman.
So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it's 2nd down. From the gun, Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Marshall. And he'll get up near the 45 and spot it at the 44. And here's Marshall. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulders square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. On the move past the 40.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Out to his left. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. They'll run with Marshall. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Jackson. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Jalen Phillips racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Jackson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jalen Phillips drops him again for the 2nd straight play, and it brings up 4th down. And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run out. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless and take care of the ball on the way out.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
72 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point in the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Back to throw here. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Odafe Owe collapses the pocket and drops him for a loss of 3.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allowed a conversion. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Hood And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. Touchdown, Dolphins. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it is 28-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Duvernay now going to bring it out.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears at Dobbins hit, and he fumbles. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. They run here with Hood. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
87 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here, stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, you got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Past the 20. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll run with Dobbins. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Throwing is Jackson.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Throwing on second and long. Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to pass the ball from the other.
Third and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Jackson running again.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, an 18-yard touchdown run.
And the Ravens are finally on the board here in the fourth quarter.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When they'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward is just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one...
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. But I think a Dolphin was able to fall on it. Yes, they'll keep possession here. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. And they'll indeed take a knee. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. .35 yards that time on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys already start to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down.
Yet again, targeting and finding Mark Andrews.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. 1st down. Now it's Jackson. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. Pass complete, finds Thomas going across the middle.
The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get with under a minute to go now in the football game. Jackson will throw again. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Javon Holland.
And he will break It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game. They're still taking it to the end zone, and you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out, and I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. To throw again is Jackson. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Jackson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. This was a really nice display, Charles, of complimentary football, especially how much they were humming in the second half to pull away and get the victory. Really a complete performance.
And so much fun when you're able to have everyone contribute both sides of the ball. You go back in the locker room and you just savor it, right? Because that's what football is all about. A true team game, and they got it done in this one.
So for the Dolphins, their chances of finishing over 500, they remain alive as they move to 6-8 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they fall to 8-6 with the loss. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans.